So watching Shaking My Head production video just for a moment. 2001 A Space Odyssey came out in 1968. And remember, Trump and I's combined number, because he is 6 times 14 times 1946. And I am 7 times 6 times 1961. And it ends in 1968. And it has a 322 dead in the middle. It's got the 34 for the 34-year separation of 1988 and 2022. And again, the 2022 is sitting there. So I decided to track 2001 A Space Odyssey. And it does the release date in the United States, official. Now, there was 3 release dates, and I've got them all charted. But it is June 14th, which is the super full moon on Trump's birthday. That's when it lands on. Now I'm getting back into the Bible studies with the man that was my Bible study instructor in 2017. We were on, we were off, we were off, we were on. Which is how the Lord showed me election predestination. He now no longer believes in the Bible at all, but he hated election predestination. And he was telling us we needed to keep the Torah laws at the time that we were in the old covenant still. So that's how we got into a deep 3 or 4 month study. Well, it began in January. That's when Trump was inaugurated. We were in Bible study during Trump's election. So I want to go ahead and chart Trump's inauguration and election, because it seems like we're starting to, in a way, go back to that time. So hang on. Of course, it was November 8th, which is 88, which there is a full moon this year, and it's a total lunar eclipse. So Trump getting elected hits on today, right? So 55 progressions, 235 days from 11/8/2016 through to today. That's 2035, and 2035 divided by 37 hits today. So it's today. Okay. I was like, will it be on the 3rd day after the election? Will the inauguration be on the 3rd day as a progression? Well, it's the day before. So it tracked to June 4th yesterday, just like the election tracks to today. So the inauguration does track to rising on the 3rd day, theoretically, because of his rising from the pit July 11th, which is 11/7. As far as a calendar date, most all countries except the United States would write July 11th as 11-7. We write it 7-11. So they're interchangeable. November 7th and July 11th are interchangeable for the Bible verse, Revelation 11:7. So I will load that. Anyway, Trump is loaded for July 11th, which is the rising date, which is great. Let's go to Michael's prep. I want to go to my prep first. I thought of something. Hang on just a second. So I had the the Mayday friend and my stepdaughter, who the amount of days we are apart of each and the amount of days old they were crisscrossed and hit on the exact same day of January 12th. Like I'm 8,700 days away from one, and the other person was 8,700 days old. and the other, I'm 13405 days apart, and the other person was 13405 days old on that day. That would be my May Day friend and stepdaughter, who has 138, 88, and 86. When Trump gets 86, that's officially May Day. So the January 12th needs to be tracked for starters. I already know that it is. Let's try it again. Control F is not giving me a find. Hang on. It's there, January 12th, 2022, the May Day stepdaughter anomaly, SD anomaly, which was just freakish math, folks. Absolutely freakish math. Now that is hitting on June 9th. So that's loaded. But what I want to do is, the thing about my stepdaughter's number and I, days apart, we're 13405 days apart. Well, 13405, you need that visual. Okay. So you see the 34 years from 88 to 2022 fused with what I would say was April 5th. So I'm going to start tracking April 5th also. So hang on. And that comes up on that June 18th date. Did I already load that? I might have already uploaded that. Yeah, stepdaughter and I are 13405 days apart. So that's now loaded. And it hits on June 18th, which was a super big day for me. That's the 9/11/2001 day. That's the same cipher as the actual 9/11. That's a big one. There's a lot going on in that one. That's my next big date after today, as today is passing. I think Michael's next big day, I think, is like on the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th range. All right, so hang on. In the movie Crossroads, the guy's name was Legba, African voodoo god, and that's who. Let's go ahead and go through my Telling Truth 3. As we've been telling you, all the world's a stage. And even one of my friends, I'll put Michael's prep in the description of how you can click straight to it. We'll put it at the end. Friends that really kind of gotten out of the conspiracy business, he was like, yeah, I could tell. So Paul Feinbaum's show, Paul's always saying words like Godsmack or quoting the Bible. He'll wear my clear frame glasses at times. He has about 3 or 4 different glasses he wears. And this Greg McMurtry guy, we knew that the whole thing with Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher was fake. And they're big arguing because one's always representing God and Satan and all that kind of stuff. This out. This won't take but a second.
Jimbo took it to another level when he got very personal with Nick, referring to him as God. And
referred to him as God. I mean, that's all that their mess is God versus Satan, Lucifer, all of it. So dude flashes devil horns. That's pretty interesting. So we remember the movie Crossroads, if you're old like me. Right after we sold his soul. What's this?
Be here before 12 every Saturday night.
Whoa. Dang, y'all. We really have to slow this down, don't we? Bam. Really devil horned him up, didn't he? Sure enough did. So, yeah. And lastly, the horn that plays the blues is what I called this one. Not sure why.
You know, it has been said that there's not a movie I can't watch that I can't sit there and show
Sarcasm.
you some of their Illuminati symbolism in. Again, the movie Crossroads. And
There's your twin trumps. And the one face closest to you is the horn itself. Got the horn on top. So what we're going to do is prepare to upload a video. All right, so that was from Crossroads. They sort of named the devil Legba. If Michael wants to research that. 33 progressions because we know 2001 A Space Odyssey. Yeah. All right. The movie.com, you know, movies this month, like today was Captain Marvel. The 18th is Charlie's Angels. Fallout, the full moon is coming up. 13th, 14th, basically the 14th, that's Transformers Day. 2 days before would be Bumblebee. The 11th is Day After Tomorrow. Later on in the month, you do have Venom, Godzilla, movies like that, more Transformers, Aquaman, Beast Out of the Sea reference on the 26th. So this person here sent me a friend request. You ought to get a kick out of this. Well, why wouldn't you? Hang on just a quick second here. So this person sent me a friend request. And I just answered it. I wanted to see if they send me anything in Messenger. If so, I'll document. So look at this profile picture. Does that look like a real person? Maybe. But you know, we get trolled a lot. So it's very interesting that this was 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Nobody said anything since. Look like the same person? Just doesn't to me. I don't know why, but okay. Did they make a fake out of a real? Does that look like that? Does not to me. The size of the chest does not. Look, I've been wrong before. I'm just sharing this with y'all. Looks like there's been a lot more things added since I last checked. Looks this does, you know, doesn't look like, it says added June 1st, but you can go backdate anytime. What world is that? I mean, I don't know. Don't know why. But don't get something too risque. Let me go down. Made a video not really showing the face. So, which not the first time that's happened in any of this person's videos. Finish out the day with Michael's prep, and down in the description, I will make it to where you can click straight to it. So Trump, this is very fascinating stuff that Michael came across because it involves DeLorean. Again, they troll us. That's why I like to stick to my personal stuff, because those are things the Lord has ordained in my life. And I always stick to my personal stuff to sort of keep me grounded. I do think that when the event comes, something from my personal life will be connecting to it. And I do know that my son, for about 3 years, rented a house with his girlfriend at the time. My son did make the comment to his wife that drinking makes him happy while he's in rehab. And she's like, how does it make you happy when it's put a big damper on your relationship with your son, your wife, your parents, you know, your mom and your dad? You know, confidence is not high right now. Like, he wants out of the rehab. So my confidence is not high that he's going to beat this anytime soon. My best expectation, if I was going to lay odds, like Vegas, is that I would hope that my son somehow just stays alive through World War III, that he's 3 out of the 4 that survive. And that at the time of the abomination of desolation, the Lord goes, you're not going to worship the image of the beast. You know this isn't real. And he just gets the call. And pretty much within a very short amount of time is devoured. Heads lopped off. That's my best case scenario for my son and salvation at this point. Trump purchased property for this course from the estate of John DeLorean. It's called Trump National Golf Club, Bedminster. Trump National Golf Club, Bedminster, Wikipedia. Okay. Very interesting. If y'all want to get some pictures of such, let's click images and scour. Nice. Decent. Nice. Whoops. There's Trump or his clone or something back there. Ivanka, the Hubs, the First Lady. It's a nice scenic shot. It's quite the sand traps. Is that a sand trap there? Or what is that? Here's Trump breaking ground. He's had a lot of different looks over the years, hasn't he? Okay. Michael, we're digging this, man, because it was purchased from DeLorean, which is Back to the Future. So the Bedminster, what's he showing us? The mausoleum that Trump's going to be buried there, Michael was saying. Like, now that might have been changed to Florida. The full tournament will be held at Trump National Bedminster, 729 through 731. Strangely, this golf league is financed by the Saudis, who were blamed for 9/11. Trump will be living at Bedminster this summer. the date 7/28 through 7/31 are two progressions after the 5/15 to 5/18 high watch period. It's it began at 5/14, quite frankly. That was the highest watch day for me when I go back and look at it. The 16th was second, the 18th was third. That included the full lunar eclipse of the 16th. And my son did live for years at an address of 1731. So this 731 date, I'm like, okay. 731 doesn't really bring us much anything else. Trump is moving from Florida to New Jersey, and Republicans will follow. Probably an article. So that was dated June 3rd. So I was just there. We drove past Mar-a-Lago, stepdaughter and myself and her boyfriend. It was weird being there, but yet not weird because I was with him. If I'd have been by myself, when I was by myself, I never drove near there. Like I wasn't putting myself in any situation to, be framed up with what I do here. They are married at the Trump National Bedminster. So they got married there. And Michael's tracking a lot of stuff also. So Michael's going to send emails when he wants us to. I said, well, just send us stuff a day before so I can go over it. And I haven't gotten anything from him today for anything tomorrow or the next day. So he must not have too much. Then Trump wanted to be buried on Fairway or in Giant Family Mausoleum in the middle of his New Jersey golf club. So good stuff, Michael. Your comments, we just haven't had any. That's my prep. So no comments. We've done the 37 chart. So should we now go to tomorrow's chart? So let's look at what tomorrow brings us. Could Trump go down tomorrow? Of course he can. There's no day he can't go down. April 30th, 2022, partial solar eclipse lands on Monday, June 6th. Octopussy release date, June 6th. Partial lunar eclipse for the 25th or the 26th. So that's a June 6th or 7th scenario, which I need to lightly yellow. A 2-day situation. And probably should. Yikes, that's really tough, isn't it? Yeah, I'll do it like that. So that'll make sure that I always give the 2 dates. What else? Annual solar eclipse from 1988 lands on tomorrow, and tomorrow is 6/6, which I think is when Trump's grandmother had passed away also. Items, if you include both dates, we will now move to the June 7th items, because if you include both dates, there's 3 more. December 4th, 2021, total solar eclipse. My son got married the following day. Today is their anniversary of 6 months. IPEC Goat to YouTube date is July 3rd, 2012. If you include both dates, it'll hit on tomorrow, Monday. Spectre release date, if you include both dates, will hit on Monday, June 6th also. Love you very much, folks. Stay in touch.